Hello, this is Derek. I am an ALX software engineering student, core 22 precisely. I am here to present on my Webstack portfolio, and I have chosen to develop a web application that manages the pharmacy. So, in short, I have decided to develop a pharmacy management system. I am developing this project alone. Yes, so why am I choosing to develop a pharmacy management system? I believe when I design and develop this web-based platform, it will help businesses to streamline their operations, pharmacies to be specific. Yes, this will help them to manage their inventory, to know the goods that are moving fast, those that are not moving, those that are about to expire, and so on. I want everything to be digitalized so that you don't need to necessarily go to check the books before you know what's going on in your shop. And also, if you are the owner of the shop and you have an attendant at the shop, you can from a distance monitor sales and other things. Other metrics will be available through the web app. The learning objectives I believe I can acquire after developing this project is that it will help me to gain some full stack web development skills because I'll be dealing with both the back end and the front end. It will also build my capability in using APIs. Yes, since I plan to use some in this project. And it will also improve my proficiency in project management and agile development. Okay. And in general, it will help me to build a scalable and secure web application. Not just this one, but it's a foundation for other ones as well. The technologies I will be using in this project, for the front end, I believe I'll be using the React.js, coupling with Tailwind CSS and Bootstrap. Then for the back end, I'll be using Node.js and the Express library. For the database, I might use PostgreSQL, MongoDB, or Firebase. At the end of the day, I feel the one that I feel works best, then I go with that one. And I'll also be using version control. Precisely, I'll be uploading the project on GitHub. Since this is a project where I might make it open source so that people can also download and improve upon it. But if this were to be some private person's work, I would have made it private so that no one can have access to the source codes. For the deployment, I plan on using Vessel for the front end and Heroku or AWS for the back end for now. Yes, I believe I might use some APIs along the way. Some that I've taken note of is the Drug Information API. One is the OpenFDA and the other is the Drug Bank API. I also want to have an SMS system, and for now I'm looking at the Twilio API for the authentication system to verify users that come into the system and go out and the rules they can play. I'm going with Firebase authorization and also JWT, that's JSON Web Tokens for now. So far, the challenges I identify I might face in developing this application is managing the role-based access control securely. Okay. Then also ensuring accurate real-time inventory management, handling prescription verification and file uploads, implementing comprehensive reporting and analytics. Yes, those analytics that are beneficial to the users of the web application. For the work schedule, we have a tight work schedule. Actually, I have a tight work schedule. Per the timeline, we are to use 2 weeks to develop these projects, whichever app you want to develop. So I've given my schedules a 2 week interval. Week 1, I'll be dealing with the project setup and the requirements definition for the projects, the various stages and the various functions of the web app. Also, I also design the user interface mockups using Canvas or Figma. Those things that will help me so that in coding up the front end, I don't waste much time coding to see what it is, but rather I have a design template that I want to follow. Then in doing all that, I'll have built the front end components. Then I set up the back end and the database models. Yes. I'll also implement the authentication and user roles. That's all in week 1. Yes. Then for week 2, I'll be looking at integrating the APIs and notification system, develop key features like inventory, sales, reports. Then I also conduct testing and bug fixing. If there are any enhancements to the user interface, it will be done in week 2. Then in all that, if I'm satisfied with what I'll see, then I'll prepare documentation on how to use the web app. Then finally, I'll have to deploy the app and do a presentation as well for further opinion on the project. Now, to conclude, I believe the goal of this project will help me to build a functional, secure, and scalable pharmacy management system. So from here, I'm going straight away to start developing. Then I'll be testing, then deploying, and coming back to present. Thank you.